Hello and welcome to Flickstick. I'm Zach, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing playing Jurassic World Evolution on Shadow's cloud gaming platform. So I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park, and as a child, I spent countless hours perfecting my perfect Jurassic Park in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. In a lot of ways, Evolution is a very good spiritual successor to Operation Genesis that takes a lot of the things that I love about the classic game and builds upon them in very good ways. For example, and then just talking about the dinosaurs that you have access to a lot more dinosaurs, a lot more different breeds. In addition, you also have some gene splicing where you can create custom dinosaurs by giving them different traits as well as cosmetic features. So a lot of very cool things that I love about Evolution, but today's video is centered around playing Evolution on Shadow's platform. So guys, without further delay, let's go ahead and get right to it. So in terms of performance, Jurassic World Evolution runs fantastic on Shadow's platform. I was very easily able to achieve that golden standard of 1080p at 60 FPS, even playing on ultra settings. So all in all, it was a very good experience. I didn't have any issues from Shadow's client, such as weird mouse issues or anything along those lines. So there wasn't anything really to complain about in terms of the Shadow PC's performance. And keep in mind, this is before the CPU upgrade because that still hasn't rolled out in the US at the time of recording this video. It has rolled out in France, at least as far as I know, so it should be rolling out in the US in the near future, but this is prior to that CPU upgrade, so we might even be able to eke out better performance. So in that regards, I'd probably crank up the resolution if I had a higher resolution monitor versus worrying about higher frame rates, simply due to the type of game that Jurassic World Evolution is. But at least with the current hardware that Shadow is running, you can very easily achieve that 1080p 60 FPS experience. Jurassic World Evolution is one of those games that's a perfect fit for cloud gaming, primarily because it's a more tactical game that's not a fast-paced shooter or an action game, where it's more of a thinking game where you're trying to plan out how you're going to design your park, trying to manage your park's finances, trying to think about which dinosaurs you want to focus on breeding, and thinking about which pieces of amber and fossils you're going to focus on attempting to recover DNA from. So because of the fact that it's more of a tactical game and not a fast-paced game, it's a very good fit for cloud gaming. Even if you don't have an optimal internet connection, maybe you have a little bit out of latency because you're gaming on a 4G connection, or if you just are farther away from your cloud gaming server than you would prefer or than is optimal. Maybe you're on the East Coast and you're attempting to use Shadow because it's one of the few unlimited services that have a very high-end computer. So on the note, it's one of those games that is a very good fit for cloud gaming because it is more resilient to having latency or things along those lines. On the note, there are a couple experiences that are optional within Jurassic World Evolution, such as taking the role of a park ranger and medicating your dinosaurs, repairing fence, or taking pictures of your dinosaurs, or taking the role of an ACU agent and tranquilizing your dinosaurs and flying around the helicopter. Those are optional because you can actually just assign those tasks and the AI will automatically take control of them. But it is very cool to go through your park from a first-person view and kind of see how it looks from the view from the visitors, and it kind of gives you a little bit more of an action-ish sequence. But if you are on a poor internet connection, you can always just assign those tasks and have the AI kind of take control of them and do those for you. So I'm a bit biased for this question simply because I am such a big fan of the Jurassic Park universe, but I do think Evolution is a very fun game, and if you too are a fan of the Jurassic Park universe, I would highly recommend this game as an instant buy. It's very fun. Even if you normally play action games, there's a lot of different aspects of the game that could definitely suit you. Like I mentioned, there are some action elements, but for the most part it's more of a tactical game. But there's the whole gene splicing part of the game that's very interesting, and you can kind of focus on that. And the game itself does have three different kind of trees you could kind of follow. You have the science division, the entertainment division, and the security division. So depending on kind of what type of games you like, you can kind of follow a different division to get a little bit different of an experience within Jurassic World Evolution. So all in all, if you are a fan of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, I would highly recommend picking up Jurassic World Evolution. If you are a fan if you're more of a park builder or a simulator fan and not necessarily a fan of Jurassic Park, then this game could definitely still be enjoyable for you. There's a lot of depth to the game. You have the whole weather conditions that interfere with the survivability of your park. You have the whole dinosaur aspect that even if you aren't a fan of Jurassic Park, there's a lot of depth to that where you can modify the genome of your dinosaurs, which impacts how people like them, how authentic they think they are, and things along those lines. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot of customizing that you can take into the game. There's a lot of tech trees you can kind of dive into to build the park up. And even if you aren't a super big fan of Jurassic Park but do like park builders, I think there's enough depth to this game to really draw you in and provide a challenge to you. So thanks for watching today's video, guys. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I do greatly appreciate that. Also, if you're not already an existing subscriber to Flickstick, make sure to smash that button to stay tuned for more great videos. If you are thinking about playing Evolution, I am going to be testing it on other cloud gaming platforms such as Liquid Sky, GeForce Now, and Paperspace. So keep your eyes out on the first looks for those different platforms and how it performs and some general first impressions of playing in Jurassic World Evolution on those different platforms and how they compare against Shadow in the very near future. So once again, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, Zach out.